restaurant, a place of yes, had provided a private room. And oh, what a room! The ceiling was awash in red velvet, and a web of bondage ropes and riding crops decorated the walls. Goth candelabras dangled dangerously low over the black lacquered tables. The menu of pain/pleasure was the tourist attraction. Depending upon your selection, wait staff in bondage gear would lightly flog you or do a lap dance or whatever, if you so desired. Eva did not desire, but she was a good sport, and the Real Housewives of Dayton had traveled such a long way. These were her people, the rabid fandom who kept her afloat, especially recently, as the vampire phenomenon and her book sales had cooled off. So Eva chose Cuffs plus Cookies off the menu. And now she was seated on a Gothic throne, her hands cuffed behind the chair while a bored waitress in a pleather corset fed her snickerdoodles. It was 2:45 p.m. She should have been mortified, but she was no stranger to this scene. After all, Eva did write supermarket checkout porn. While most authors had speaking engagements at bookstores, universities, and chic private homes, Eva's events were, well, raunchier. She'd done signings at sex shops, burlesque clubs, and tantric workshops. She'd even sold books at the 2008 Feminists in Adult Film, Faffy's after party. This was the gig. She smiled indulgently, while her readers swooned over the two horny, dysfunctional, permanently 19-year-old basket cases she'd invented when she herself was a horny, dysfunctional 19-year-old basket case. Eva had never set out for her name to be synonymous with witches, vampires, and orgasms. As a double major in creative writing and advanced melancholia, Eva had accidentally stumbled upon this life. It was sophomore year, winter break. She had nowhere to go. So she holed up in her dorm room, pouring her teen angst and horror fan daydreams into a violent lust fest, which her roommates secretly submitted to Jump Scare Magazine's new fiction contest. She got first prize and a literary agent. 3 months later, Eva was a college dropout with a 6-figure multiple book deal. Ironic that she made a living writing about sexy sex. Eva couldn't remember the last time she got naked with anyone, undead or otherwise. Between authoring, touring, single-mothering a tween tornado, and fighting through a chronic illness that ranged from manageable to utterly debilitating, she was too depleted to romance a real-life penis, which was fine. When Eva had an itch, she scratched it in her books. Like a boxer abstaining before the big match, she used her unconsummated lust to give Sebastian and Gia's story a wild edge. It was fiction ammunition. But in the social media era, nobody wanted to picture their favorite erotica author zonked on painkillers, drooling on her couch by 9:25 every night. So in public, Eva looked the part. She had her own tomboy chic take on sexy. Today, it was a gray t-shirt mini dress, Adidas, vintage gold hoops, and smudged black liner. With her signature sexy secretary glasses and collarbone-length curls, she could almost convince anyone she was a man-killer. Eva was brilliant at faking things. "And bless you," continued Lacey, "for instilling our faith in passion. Even though Gia and Sebastian are bound by an ancient curse to wake up on opposite sides of the world the moment after orgasm, you gave us a community, an obsesh. Can't wait for Cursed Book 15. Amid applause, Eva smiled brightly and attempted to rise. Unfortunately, she forgot she was handcuffed to the chair, and she was abruptly yanked back down. Everyone gasped as Eva plummeted to the floor. Her dominatrix waitress sprang to action 2 seconds too late, uncuffing her from the overturned chair. "Whoa, too much Merlot," giggled Eva, popping back up. It was a lie. She couldn't drink alcohol with her health issues. 2 sips would land her in the ER. Eva raised her glass of seltzer up at the sea of happily wasted boomers. Most of them, like Lacey, were wearing Gia's signature purple witch hat. A handful had a blingy S pendant pinned to their Chico's blouses. It was Sebastian's S, meant to emulate the vampire's scrawled signature. $29.99 at evamercymercyme.com.